To one and all, as we welcome you once again to the UWI Games 2026 swimming. We are here live at the Aquatic Center in Central Trinidad, in Balmain, Vancouver to be exact, as we get ready for a pretty short program, but I suppose one very interesting as well, as we get ready for today's first event. Not a particularly long schedule, as we said, and we anticipate that it wouldn't take too long, but we certainly hope that it is very exciting. And what would make an event like this exciting is the fact that you will have kind of disparities in terms of the times that the athletes will be able to produce, and of course the capabilities of some of these athletes. So the first event up, we have 24 events in all, some of them of course split into two finals, and but we're getting ready for the girls 200 meters freestyle event. And this is a straight final. Kyla Beckles, who swims out of lane 2. Kiara Rooms in lane 3 from Mona. Beckles from Cave Hill. Amelia Rajak from UWI, St. Augustine. In lane 4, Caitlin Sams from Mona in lane 5. And Michaela Hope. And here we go, first up, as they make their way in, and the early pace setting. We're looking really in the middle of the pool, and you could see already Amelia Rajak just easing ahead, and on her outside, Caitlin Sams of Mona right there in play. This is a 200 meters, so this is really 4 laps of the pool, and by the early signs shows Amelia Rajak out there in lane number 4 doing very well, and just easing ahead. Taking her time, not really pushing, you could just see the angles going up. So coming in now to touch in lane 4, Amelia Rajak. And she's on her way in lane 5. Again, Caitlin Sams of Mona. And we now see the others coming in, Beckles and Rooms. And coming out of lane 6, Michaela Hope of UWI. But it is still Amelia Rajak. Of course, the name Rajak is a very popular name in local swimming here. They've really been one of these standout families. And as they say, she's just a chip off the old block, and showing, keeping the family's name alive. And these are just some of the athletes now coming in to turning there in lane number 2 is Beckles, just before her Rooms, as they make their way up the road again. So this is going to be the final touch coming up there for Amelia Rajak. She's coming in to touch. You can see the judge there just trying to get her times as she touched now, and that's her official time. So Amelia Rajak, and coming in second place would be Caitlin Sams. And in third place, swimming out of lane 3. So again, and now closing out, coming in there in lane 6, Michaela Hope of UWI St. Augustine. So Amelia Rajak first from UWI, Caitlin Sams second from Mona, and Kyra Rooms of Mona in third place. So we're coming up now to the boys 200 meters. So the boys 200 meter freestyle. Again, welcome to UWI Games 2026 here on 360 TV and on UWI Global. And wherever you are, we wish you a very good day. Hope you have an outstanding day today. We're certainly looking forward to an exciting day of swimming. And of course, in lane 2, Elijah Daniel. Lane 3, Gabriel Davy from Mona, Tristan Davis of UWI, Jaleel Sams of Mona, Isaac Tubaroso from UWI, and Connor Reed. And they're in the water. And the first man to surfaces way out, but it's in the middle of the pool that we see Sams and Davis doing battle, as was to be expected. Jaleel Sams and Tristan Davis trying to push each other, and just a little ahead of them, and turning first there would have been Jaleel Sams of Mona. And those two are still battling each other, heading down the road. So Tristan Davis and Jaleel Sams are almost battling neck and neck. We'll tell you now. And it looks as if Davis is the one who's just touching ahead of Sams as they come back for completed 100 meters. They're coming for 150 as we speak. And you look at them again, just nosing ahead now. And it looks like Sams is the one who is, or rather Davis is the one who is taking the lead here, and is actually putting some daylight between himself and Sams. Sams now turning in lane 5. So it's Tristan Davis of UWI, who has a personal best time of 2:17.05 coming in. And he is beginning to really stretch out now as he heads home the last 25 meters or so, taking it to the wall, looking very comfortable indeed. It's very difficult for them to make up such a big stagger as he comes into the wall to touch and to win this event, and gets there now to win it. So Tristan Davis ahead of Jaleel Sams, as to be expected. And in third place, it looks like it's going to be Isaac Tubaroso. And Isaac Tubaroso taking it in third place. We still have 3 others in the pool. Swimming out here in lane 2 is Elijah Daniels from Cave Hill, and he is battling over on the far side Connor Reed, who is just trying to get there ahead of him, and Connor Reed might actually touch first. Yes, Reed is going to finish in 4th place, and out on the far side, it looks like Daniel will finish 5th, and Gabriel Davy is coming up in the middle out of lane number 3 from Mona, and he is trying to finish, and that's part of these games. You want to register time, because it's always about improving, and you look, his stroke is not as efficient as he would like, and I think the 200 meters is really beginning to tell, and there he is touching the wall in 6th place. So again, congratulations to Tristan Davis. who picked up the victory there from UWI St. Augustine, ahead of Jaleel Sams of Mona, Jamaica, and Isaac Toboroso of UWI in third place. Connor Reed of Kefil was in fourth out of Barbados, and fifth was Elijah Daniel of Kefil, and followed by Gabriel Davey of Mona. So now we're getting ready for event number 3. So we're getting ready for the girls' 50-meter backstroke. And it's just 3 of them in heat 1 and 4 in heat number 2. All of them are finals, so let's see. Heidi Waite in 3, Kyla Beckles in 4, and Delaney Stout in 5. Waite of Kefil, Beckles of Kefil, and Stout of Five Islands. So in lane 3 is Waite, lane 4 is Beckles, and lane 5 we'll find Stout as they're waiting for the call. This is the girls' 50 meters backstroke. So they have to put on the flags so that the athletes can gauge how close they are to the wall and begin setting themselves up for the touch. So we right there and just waiting on the girls. Then the next group of girls will come after, 4 of them to come after. Hope, Mullings, Ordain, and Emrit. But for now, the focus will be on the front 3. Heidi Waite, Kyla Beckles, and Delaney Stout. Waite of Cave Hill, Beckles of Cave Hill, and Stout of Five Islands are here. They in the water, so they're getting ready for the start. Swimming out of lanes 3, 4, and 5. And they're off. And sort of an even start. And we see nice start. And coming up last of all there would be Stout, but it's Waite and Beckles who are doing battles. In fact, it is Waite who has taken a slight lead, but Beckles is right there with her. And you could see Waite just about an arm's length ahead. But can she maintain it? She looks like she will. Beckles is pushing hard, but Waite just getting almost a whole body length now on her. She comes into the wall, and she's going to take the touch here. And Waite takes it ahead of Beckles, and Stout filling third place. So again, as was to be expected, Heidi Waite of Cave Hill, Kyla Beckles also of Cave Hill was second, and Delaney Stout of Five Islands in third place. So we're getting ready for Heat 2 now. Michaela Hope of UWI in 2, Kiana Mullings of Mona in 5, Caitlin Ordain of UWI in 6, and Jessica Emrit of Global Campus in 7. So they're fairly spread out for this one. Lanes 2, and then we go quite up to lanes 5, 6, and 7 over on the far side. So they're under starters orders, and they're off. Hope, Mullings, Ordine, and Emmerich. And it is Hope on the near side who is taking a slight lead, but in the middle of the pool, Mullins and Ordine are battling it out. They are closing, and they're closing quickly. This is going to be tight. They're going neck and neck. So it's going to be a very interesting one. Mullins in 5, Ordine in 6. It looks like it's going to be Mullins, but Ordine is right there. Mullins and Ordine. Mullins and Ordine. Mullins, who's going to touch first? Mullins touches. Well, it's going to be very, very tight indeed between those two. Kiana Mullins and Caitlin Ordine. So, brilliant race indeed. Now we get ready for event number 4, the boys 50 meters backstroke. And we have 7 swimmers. Joshua Joseph of 5 Islands in 1, Aquan Critchlow of Cave Hill in 2, Nathan Williams of UWI St. Augustine in 3, Lucius Harrison of Mona in 4, Sean Edwards of Mona in 5, Nathaniel Claxton of UWI in 6, and Davian Barton of 5 Islands in 7. So, Joshua Joseph in 1 to the left of your screen. And there is Joshua Joseph. At the very end, of course, next to him was Critchlow, Williamson in 3, Harrison in 4, Edwards in 5, and into the water, Claxton in 6 and Barton in 7. Boys 50 meter backstroke, a straight final. And the man with the fastest time, 29:32, Harrison, Lucius Harrison in 4. And here we go, they're into the water now. His time is 29:32, so he's expected to take charge. And but look at the early start here in lane 2. Aquan Critchlow out of Cave Hill is giving him a run for his money, but eventually coming up nicely in lane 4 is Lucius Harrison, and he is just trying to ease away. But also out on the far side, Davian Barton is giving him a run for his money. Barton outside, but again, as expected, 4, 2, and 7. Those are the top 3. Lucius Harrison of Mona, Aquan Critchlow of Cave Hill, and Davian Barton of 5 Islands are doing the business there. So a fine finish there indeed for them. So a very exciting race. It was tight throughout, and eventually coming and getting the victory. In girls, 100 meter breaststroke is coming up next, event number 5. In lane 1, we have Zipporah Morris of Global Campus, Sana Walton of Cave Hill, Rishma Mohammed John of UWI St. Augustine, Abigail Deschong of Mona, Kiona Roy of Muna in 5, Brianna Lewis of UWI in 6, and Michaela Clark of Cave Hill in 7. Of course, Morris in 1, Walton in 2, Mohammed John in 3, Deshong in 4, Roy in 5, Lewis in 6, and Clark in 7. So here we go. And they're into the water now. The 100 meter breaststroke event. And of course, Abigail Deshong with a 1:19 is the fastest time coming in. And she is swimming out of lane 4. And already she's beginning to put down the hammer here and ease away. Also swimming well in lane 2 is Sana Walton. She is doing very well, but it's Abigail Deshong of Mona out there. But also on the outside, Clark is putting on a good shift. She's actually in 2nd place now. Michaela Clark touching first, as expected, is Abigail Deshong. And that's the way they're going back up the road. The battle for 2nd might be interesting though, because closing and closing quickly, it is Walton. And she is not giving up, but Clark outside on the outside is going to give her a run. But there's no catching Abigail Deshong of Mona. She had the fastest time coming in 1:19.50, and you could see why. She is a good 2 body lengths ahead of the other 2, and that battle for 2nd place, Clark looks like she has a slight edge over Walton. So it's Clark of Cave Hill and Walton also of Cave Hill might very well settle for 2nd and 3rd. But there's your winner, easily in front. And let's see who's going to touch 2nd. And it is actually in lane 2. Walton finishes 2nd. And out there in lane 7, fading as they went for home, would have been Clark of Cave Hill. But no stopping Muna's Abigail Deshong. So another interesting race and showing the quality of the young lady out of Muna, winning nicely. Now the boys 100 meter breaststroke event. Rajani St. Hill in 1 from Cave Hill. Joshua Edwards of 5 Islands in 2. Jabari Neptune of UWI St. Augustine in 3. Kadeem Braffett of UWI in 4, Vincent Bisasso of Mona in 3, Gabriel Davy of Mona in 6, and Elijah Daniel of Cave Hill in 7. So again, St. Hill in 1, Edwards in 2, Neptune in 3, Brathwaite in 4, Bisasso in 5, Davy in 6, and Daniel in 7. So here we go quickly now as they into the water. This is the 100 meter breaststroke event. And again, good early signs here. Way out on the far side in lane 1, it is Ranjani St. Hill of Cave Hill who is putting on a show, but in the middle in lane number 4, as expected, Kadeem Braffett of UWI. He has a 1:10.78 time coming in, and he is comfortably in front. On his outside is Vincent Bisasso of Mona, and those two are the ones pushing hard And Bissaso was under the water for a long time, but Braffett is flying right now. And it's going to take some catching, but he is stroking and he's pulling that water nicely as he goes in and out, up and down. And he's on his way nicely there. Kadeem Braffett of UWI St. Augustine on his way to taking this one. In second place on his outside, Vincent Bissaso of Mona. The battle for third place might very well be on the outside. It is swimming in lane 1, St. Hill. So he is in third place. So again, Kadeem Braffett, Vincent Bissaso, and Rajani St. Hill. Braffett of UWI St. Augustine, Bissaso of Mona, and St. Hill of Cave Hill. So the three big boys, so to speak, mounting the podium in that one. So because of the short schedule, they're going to take a break from the action, but they'll do the presentations for the winners of the various events already. So 6 events completed, and we will be seeing the medal presentations to these winners. And that will be taking place at this side, on our near side here. As we welcome back here, as promised, we have some presentations set to take place. The first set of events. Caitlin Sams, second from Muna campus. Amelia Rajak from UE St. Augustine, the winner. So the swimmers are making their way over to receive their medals. So once again, Amelia Rajak first, Caitlin Sams, Rajak of UE, Sams of Muna, and Kyra Rooms of Muna in third place. So we have on the podium and there is Amelia Rajak coming forward to receive her medals. So that is Kyra Rooms in third place. In second place, Caitlin Sams of Muna. And your winner, in position number 1, Amelia Rajak of UE. So there are the winners of this event. That is always a lovely picture when they huddle up and do this thing. So now we go to the boys 200 meter freestyle, and in third place You had Isaac Tubaruso of UWI St. Augustine. In second place, Jaleel Sams of Mona. And the winner, Tristan Davis, who's already on the podium, of UWI St. Augustine. So Isaac Tabaruso is on the podium now. So Tabaruso from UWI, Sams from Mona, Jamaica, as you can see with the Jamaican flag, and Tristan Davis of UWI St. Augustine. Those are your winners of the event number 2, the boys 200 meter freestyle. And here now is the medal presentation to the winner of He2, Jaleel Tristan Davis of UWI St. Augustine. So there are your winners from the event number 2. And now we go to event number 3. This was the girls 50 meter backstroke event. So Kiana Mulling of Mona is the winner. In second place, Caitlin Ordine. And in third place, Michaela Hope of UWI. So it's Mullins of Mona, Ordine of UWI St. Augustine, and Hope of UWI St. Augustine. So there's a medal being placed on Michaela Hope's neck from UWI St. Augustine in the blue. Caitlin Ordine, her teammate, also from UWI St. Augustine, was second. And the winner is Kiana Mullings out of Mona, Jamaica. So hearty congratulations to them once again. So now we go to the boys 50 meter backstroke event. And in third place, Davion Barton of Five Islands. In second place, Aquan Critchlow of Cave Hill. And the winner, Lucius Harrison of Mona, Jamaica. So again, here are your winners of this event. Second place there, going to Critchlow of Cave Hill. And the winner in the middle, Lucius Harrison out of Mona, Jamaica. So now we're going over to the girls 100 meter breaststroke event. where we have third place going to Michaela Clark. Out of Cave Hill. In second place, Sania Walton of Cave Hill. And the winner, Abigail Deschong, out of Mona in Jamaica. So those are your winners for event number 5. The girls 100-meter breaststroke. And again, receiving their medals. And there is your winner, Abigail Deschong from Mona, receiving her medal. Of course, she's not carrying the Jamaica flag. She's choosing here to carry the flag of her home country. She's a student at Mona, and letting St. Vincent and the Grenadines know that they're not far from her thoughts. And we have a final presentation for this block. Is event number 6, the boys 100-meter breaststroke. In third place, Ranjani St. Hill of Cave Hill campus. In second place, Vincent Bissessa of Mona. And the winner, Kadeem Brathwaite of St. Augustine campus. So there are the 3 stars. In third place again, Rajani St. Hill of Cave Hill. In second place, Vincent Bissessa of Mona. And the winner, Kadeem Brathwaite out of UWI St. Augustine. Draped in the Trinidad and Tobago flag. So again, St. Hill, Bissessa, and Brathwaite. Winners, the top 3 in the boys 100-meter breaststroke event. So again, that was the final presentation in this block, and we should be getting event number 7 underway in a short while. That's the 50-meter girls butterfly event. So we're getting ready for the next block of events. We have 6 down. Let's get ready for race number 7, the girls 50-meter butterfly. And Caitlin Lukfong in 3 from UWI. Sherelle Thompson from UWI in 4. Caitlin Sams of Mona in 5. And they're off. We have Hunt of Cave Hill in 6 and Lewis of Mona in 7. But again, there we go. It's a 50 meters and swimming beautifully out of lane 4 is Sherelle Thompson. And Sherelle Thompson is an outstanding swimmer, but she has competition over on the far side. Swimming brilliantly is Paige in lane number 7. And it looks like Paige is going to win this one just ahead of Thompson. And Paige it is who touches first. Thompson is second. And in third place, it's very tight here between lane, it looks like in lane 3, it might be to Thompson, and Lukfong would have been in third. Second, Caitlin. Sherelle was second. So now we're heading over to the boys 50-meter butterfly now, event number 8. In lane 2, Ranjani St. Hill of Cave Hill, Jerome Dumville in 3 from Mona, Lucius Harrison from Mona in 4, Marvin Gillard Bruce of UWI in 5, Antoine Alexander of UWI in 6, and Davian Barton of Five Islands in 7. Boys 50-meter butterfly event. There we go. And again, you look for Harrison once more from Mona, and Gillard Bruce of UWI St. Augustine. And that's in lanes 4 and 5. And just as we suspected, look at him in lane 4 and 5. They're battling each other. Also in lane 6 coming on. But it's lane 4. And that's where Harrison is. Gillard Bruce is giving him a run. But Harrison is going to just get there ahead of him. Harrison gets there first. And actually second place goes to St. Hill in lane number 2. So a good finish there. So Harrison, St. Hill, and Bruce. You look at him just going into that wall there quickly and touching a brilliant swim again from Lucius Harrison from Mona. And St. Hill came very hard on the outside, as they say, and almost no one saw him coming, and he squeezed in for second place. So now we're getting ready for event number 9. The girls 100-meter freestyle. Michaela Clark of Cave Hill in 1. Sephora Morris of Global Campus in 2. Amelia Rajak of UWI in 3. Kiana Mullings of Mona in 4. Cara Burrell of Mona in 5. Caitlin Ordain of UWI in 6. Delaney Stout of Five Islands in 7. And Takara Bradford of Cave Hill in 8. So all 8 lanes occupied. 100-meter freestyle for girls. Actually, we don't have a swimmer in lane 2, so it looks like Morris is out. So here we go now. We're looking at Rajak, Amelia Rajak in 3, as among the favorites here, and she is taking a slight lead, but Mullins of Mona is right there with her. And as you can see here, this is going to be tight throughout. Rajak with a slight advantage, but Mullins is not too far behind. And then swimming way out on the far side there, it looks like Bradford is also going very well indeed out there in lane 8. And it is turning first. It's going to be Amelia Rajak of UWI St. Augustine and Kiana Mullins of Mona, Jamaica in 4. It's 3 and 4, and this is when it starts to get tight, when that lactic acid starts to pick up. But way out on the far side in lane 8, Takara Bradford is swimming a brute of a race, almost coming like stealth, unseen, but it's in the middle in lane 3, and that's Amelia Rajak, who is going to touch first. She does. In second place now, let's see who it is. And yes, it is out on the far side. Looks like Bradford. And inside it is going to be Mullins. So there it is. Michaelia. Those are the starters. And so Rajak first, Bradford second. And in third is Mullins. 106.05 her winning time. And that is way better than the posted time of 1:10.94 coming in. So that's a brilliant effort on her part there. And another gold medal for Amelia Rajak. She already tasted success earlier in the 200-meter freestyle. And she again was back for more. Now let's get ready for event number 10, the boys 100-meter freestyle. So we have just 3 swimmers in heat 1. Edward Sinanan of Cave Hill, Connor Reed of Cave Hill in 2, and Keaton Dietrich of Golden Campus in lane 5. Of course, we saw Dietrich playing volleyball and basketball already, and here he is now in swimming. And this is the first of 2 heats, if you want to call them that. And it looks like Sinanan of Cave Hill in lane 3, who has a slight advantage over his fellow campus colleague in Connor Reed, also of Cave Hill, coming in. And Dietrich is in third. Turning first is Sinanan of Cave Hill, and that's the order that they've maintained. Sinanan, Reed, Dietrich, as they make their way back to the finish. And still maintaining his lead, but moving up nicely now. Look like Connor Reed is starting to threaten here. Connor Reed is pushing hard, and Dietrich is dropping back badly, but it's in the middle, and it looks like Connor Reed might actually be the one taking the lead here. And let's see if he touches first. Connor Reed going in. Yes, he does. It looks like Reed from Sinanan. We'll have to wait to see which of the 2 got there first. But he certainly made up almost a half a body length over the last 50 meters or so. And he didn't try to rush it. He kept it going. And it looks like Sinanan 115 or 114. There it is. Reed took it in 114.62. So now we go to heat 2. Davian Barton of Five Islands in 2. Jabari Neptune of UWI in 3. Tristan Davis of UWI in 4. Matthew Preston of Mona in 5. Sean Edwards of Mona in 6. And Joshua Joseph of Five Islands in 7. So Barton, Neptune, Davis, Preston, Edwards, and Joseph. Those are your starters. Lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're under starters orders. Here we go. And quickly into the pool. Josh Joseph almost fell in to the pool. But look at the situation there in lanes 3 and 4. Neptune and Davis. But also fighting hard there. Trying to keep up. In lane number 2 was Barton. But it's really in lanes 4 and 5. Preston Matthew of Mona is the one who is taking the lead and is just ahead of Tristan Davis. Can Davis get back here? Davis is starting to close now as Neptune is just, or rather Preston is coming under some pressure here. We're looking there at in lane 4, Tristan Davis and Matthew Preston. Preston trying to hold off here, but Neptune is closing fast. Neptune from Preston. Neptune from Preston. Neptune nips it just at the line. Or rather, Davis, I should say, who nipped it just at the line. Davis from Preston. Davis swimming in lane 4, just ahead of Matthew Preston in lane 5. What a race. And when they turned after 50 meters, 107, or rather Davis 57.98. What a finish here. And that was not his fastest time. His fastest time was 56.88. Preston 59.04, and Barton was third. So 59.04 and 107. And that was his fastest time because Matthew Preston went under his previous best of 59.55. He product of 59.04, and compare that to 56.88 for Davis, his personal best. So 57.98 is slower than he has gone before, but a winner's a winner, as they say, and he did enough. He had to fight for it, though, because Preston took the lead after 50 meters. But after he hit the wall and he resurfaced, he was right there in position to challenge, and that he did. So now we are looking at event number 11. It's a medley relay, and these are always fun events when you go to the medley relay events. In the girls 200 meter medley relay, so UWI Trinidad in 3, Cave Hill in 4, Mona in 5. So it's the big 3 going in this one. UWI of Trinidad in lane 3, Cave Hill campus in lane 4, and Mona campus in lane 5. For Cave Hill, Kyla Beckles will swim the first leg. Michaela Clark will swim the second leg. Shakita Hunt will do the third leg, and Paige Lewis will swim the fourth. Or rather, let me just repeat that. Kyla Beckles will swim the first leg. Michaela Clark will swim the second leg. Shakita Hunt will do the third leg, and Ashley Christian Brathwaite will swim the fourth leg for Cave Hill. In lane 5 for Mona, Caitlin Sams will swim the first leg. Abigail Deschong will swim second. Cara Brooms will take over from her, and Paige Lewis will do the anchor for Mona. the girls 200-meter medley relay. Everybody's swimming 50 meters. Here we go for the first leg. And this is the backstroke. So they'll swim all 4 strokes. As we see here, swimming nicely and taking the time, Mona in lane 5, UWI in lane 3, Cave Hill in lane 4, but it's Mona in lane 5, Kyla Beckles leading them out. In lane 2 and 3, and now a lovely breaststroke. Mona again leading. Abigail Deschamps going very well, but coming up on the inside for UWI Trinidad, closing nicely. It just go past Michaela Clark of Cave Hill, who was in second. We'll see who goes in. Yes, St. Augustine have actually gone in second in the water as they start to kind of know where they go with the butterfly. And once again, this is a big lead to try to make up here. Kiara Rooms of Mona Campus in the lead, and UWI St. Augustine trying to get back, but it's going to take some doing, although she's closing, and she's closing fast. This could be tight here at the wall. They're very interested indeed, and the touch, and actually they almost left at the same time. Here's the final leg now. Freestyle time. Who has the better kick over the last 25 meters? UWI St. Augustine, Mona Campus. Battling going there. Mona had the lead from the very beginning, but UWI have eased back into contention. UWI, Mona from UWI, Mona from UWI, Mona from UWI. UWI touches first. St. Augustine gets there just ahead of Mona. And the time 2:21.84. (2:22.03). And Mona, of course, seemed to have it early, but then St. Augustine started slowly, but certainly came here. Now we get ready for the boys' 200-meter medley relay. Mona in 3, Cave Hill in 4, and UWI in 5. Mona, Lucius Harrison will start things off. Vincent Bissessa will take over from him. Jaleel Sams will follow, and Matthew Preston will close. For Cave Hill, Aquan Critchlow will swim the first leg. Elijah Daniel will take over in second. St. Hill will swim third, and Edward Sinanan will finish with the freestyle. So we're getting ready now for the big three again in the boys' 200-meter medley event. Each swimmer will swim 50 meters, but of course different strokes each leg. So here we go. Mona in 3, Cave Hill in 4, and UWI in 5. And they're in the water, they're off and swimming. Backstroke first of all. And swimming nicely in lane 3, Mona. Lucius Harrison with a slight advantage. Cave Hill in second, and UWI in third at the moment. But Cave Hill is pushing hard, trying to stay in touch here, but Mona just easing away in lane 3, and they will touch first. And St. Augustine goes in third place. And coming up nicely there, St. Augustine did very well under the water, and they're right back in contention, but that's with KFL because Mona, they're the ones that are flying in lane 3, and the others are some distance behind. So it's Mona in 3, KFL in 4, and UWI in 5. Mona already switching out. And really look at the butterfly strokes here. Mona dominating. Jaleel Sams trying to add to their lead as they just rotary on, power into the wall, and there they go. Their final exchange, freestyle now, and UWI St. Augustine have moved into second place, and KFL in third. But look at the distance. It's going to take some effort to close this down. And can KFL catch UWI? Because I don't think anybody is catching Mona, Jamaica right now. They are really flying with a comfortable lead. And they touch first to win handsomely. Second place will go to St. Augustine. They are well ahead of KFL. So Mona will take first. St. Augustine will take second. And KFL will fill third. So again, they will take a break here and then take some of the prizes for the medals won. The relay 159.64. And as we continue on here, we're getting ready for more presentations, and of course, these are the winners from the girls 50-meter butterfly event. In third place, Caitlin Lukfong from UWI St. Augustine. Second place was Sherelle Thompson, also of UWI. And the winner, Paige Lewis of Mona campus in Jamaica. So there they are. So that's the girls 50 butterfly. We now look for the boys 50-meter butterfly event. In third place would be Marvin Gillard Bruce of UWI. In the second place, Rajani St. Hill of Cave Hill. And the winner, of course, Lucius Harrison of Mona, Jamaica. So those are the top three. And again, Marvin Gillard Bruce of UWI in third. In second place, Ranjani St. Hill of Cave Hill. And the winner is Lucius Harrison out of the Mona campus. So here we go again. Of course, Lucius Harrison is from Trinidad and Tobago, but he swims he's at Mona in Jamaica. So he too is displaying his national colors. So using the Trinidad and Tobago flag. So again, Gillard Bruce from UWI, Rajani St. Hill of Cave Hill, and Lucius Harrison from Trinidad and Tobago, but swimming for Mona campus in Jamaica. So those are your winners for the 50-meter butterfly event. And in third place, Kiana Mullings of the UWI Mona campus. Second place, Takara Bradford of Cave Hill, and Amelia Rajak of UWI in first place. This is the girls 100-meter freestyle event. And there is Amelia Rajak with her second gold medal of the morning, really. Third place, Kiana Mullings of Mona, Jamaica. In second place, we have Takara Bradford of Cave Hill in Barbados, receiving her medal. And the winner, Amelia Rajak of UWI St. Augustine in Trinidad and Tobago, girls 100-meter freestyle. So now we go to the boys 100-meter freestyle event. The boys 100-meter event will show in third place Davian Barton of Five Islands. In second place, Matthew Preston of Mona, and Tristan Davis, the winner from UWI St. Augustine. So Matthew Preston in second place from Mona, and Tristan Davis of UWI St. Augustine. The winner of that event. And we have the girls 200-meter medley relay prizes. In third place, Cave Hill. In second place, Cave Hill, Barbados. In second place, Mona, Jamaica. And the winners from UWI Trinidad. So again, the winners of this event, the girls 200-meter relay, Mona Campus. Second place, Cave Hill Campus. Third place, and St. Augustine Trinidad in first place. So they're on the prize rostrum. Here comes the St. Augustine campus, winners of the girls medley relay event. So these are the young ladies for the medley relay, the 200-meter medley relay event. In third place, Cave Hill Campus. In second place, the Mona Campus. And in first place, the St. Augustine Campus. So there they are, the winners of the girls to the women's medley relay 200 meters. The St. Augustine campus ahead of Muna campus, and Cave Hill campus fill in third place. Now we get to the boys 200 meter medley relay. In third place, Cave Hill campus. In second place, St. Augustine campus. And the winners, Mona campus, 1:59.64. Harrison, Bisasso, Sams, and Preston. So all smiles as they receive their medals after putting in the hard work in the pool a short while ago. So there we have your winners and your champions out of Muna campus in Jamaica. St. Augustine campus in second place, and third place going to the Cave Hill campus. So congrats to all of the winners, and that's the second tranche of medals being presented for the first 12 events of this meet. We're getting ready now, so this is pretty much the halfway stage. We have 24 events in all. So now we get ready for the girls, event number 13, the girls 200 meters individual medley event. And we have Sana Walton, Caitlin Sams, Caitlin Lukfong, Abigail Deschong, and Alicia King. That's coming up shortly. So we're getting ready now for the girls' event number 13, the 200 meters individual medley. Sana Walton of Keville in 2, Caitlin Sams of Mona in 3, Caitlin Lukfong of UWI in 4, Abigail Deschamps of Mona in 5, and Alicia King of UWI in 6. Here we go. And they're in the water swimming, and of course swimming nicely out there in lane number 5 is Abigail Deschamps of Mona. She has the lead just slightly over Caitlin Sams, also of Mona, in 3. In fact, Sams has moved into the front now in lane 3, so she has the lead. Second place will go to Deschamps in 5. Also swimming well is Luke Fong from UWI, St. Augustine. And they're into their backstroke events now. Way out there in 6, Alicia King of St. Augustine campus. Some distance behind. Also in lane 3, Walton of Cave Hill, also at the back in 4th position, but it's the top 3, and it looks easy, like Sams of Mona, who's going to touch and turn first, as she is on her way now with the breaststroke. Also doing very well is Abigail Deschamps, also of Mona, in 5, and in the middle of those two is Caitlin Lukfong from UWI St. Augustine. So that's how they come, as they come to the wall to complete the 3 legs, and then it's going to be freestyle. But now the 2 Mona campus athletes, Sams in 3 and Deschamps in 5, are battling out. In fact, Deschamps has taken the lead here now. She comes to the wall now. She will turn first. Sams will turn second, and it's a battle between those 2. And it looks like Deschamps has this one all sewn up. Now turning in 3rd place is Caitlin Lukfong from St. Augustine. And also coming up nicely on the inside now, Walton out of Cave Hill is making her move. But it's brilliant work out there in lane 5. Abigail Deschamps of Mona is going to win this, and win this easily, as she goes into touch now to win it, ahead of her campus mate Caitlin Sams, who touches second, and in 3rd place from UWI St. Augustine, it is Luke Fong, and Walton will finish 4th, swimming in lane 2, and just completing her course now, swimming in lane 6, is Alicia King, who is some distance away. So getting applause for her determination to finish this event. Alicia King finally getting there. So now we getting ready for event number. So there is the boys 200-meter individual medley. Jerome Dumville of Mona in 3, Kadeem Brathwaite of St. Augustine in 4, Jalil Sams of Mona in 5, and Isaac Toboroso of St. Augustine in 6. Of course, Kadeem Brathwaite has a personal best of 2:20.73, so he should be favored in this one. Swimming out of lane 4 and representing St. Augustine campus. And here they go. In lane 4, immediately 4 and 5 are the ones who are surging. And that is Brathwaite in lane 4 from St. Augustine ahead of Sams of Mona. And coming quickly into there with their butterfly strokes, turning nicely, and stays underwater for quite a while. Into the backstroke they go. And coming up right alongside Brathwaite there is Sams from Mona, who is level pegging with him right now and might actually be taking the lead ever so slightly. He did a lot of work underwater and came up right alongside Brathwaite. And here they go now as they go into the wall. Brathwaite in 4, Sams in 5. But Brathwaite will turn first again. So just making up the stagger again, and he has a little lead on Sams. And you could see this breaststroke is a real strength of his as he eases away now on the breaststroke leg. Kadeem Brathwaite ahead of Jalil Sams, and in fact he's opened up a significant lead via the breaststroke. Toboroso is just holding on to third place, but Dumville is not too far behind, and there he goes now to the freestyle leg as he turns and is on his way. He's opened up a big lead from that breaststroke leg. So strong was his breaststroke that after they turned almost simultaneously, he now has a good 10-meter lead. Really just flying going home. He's past the halfway stage or the length of the pool, and he's on his way to win this on a canter. Swimming out of lane 4, Kadeem Brathwaite of St. Augustine is going to win this and win this handsomely. Second place, Kadeem Jalil Sams is holding on to second place. That's because third place, Isaac Toboroso, is some distance behind, and he is a good distance ahead of Dumville in 3. So the top 2 have finished. Sams finishes second. Third place is going to go to Toboroso of St. Augustine, and Mona's Dumville will finish in 4th place. So the top 3 are in, and it's only Dumville, Jerome Dumville of Mona, to finish his 200-meter individual medley. But no disputing the winner, Kadeem Brathwaite from St. Augustine. 2:20.73 was his time. Prior to, he had a 2:21 to win this event. So now we go into the girls' 100-meter backstroke. Kyla Beckles of Cave Hill in 2, Caitlin Ordain of St. Augustine in 3, Kiana Mullins of Mona in 4, Paige Lewis also of Mona in 5, Michaela Hope of St. Augustine in 6, and Heidi Waite of Cave Hill in 7. Those are the participants in the girls' 100-meter backstroke event. as we see just one heat of all. Kyla Beckles, Caitlin Odin, Kiana Mullins, Paige Lewis, Michaela Hope, and Heidi Waite. So here we go, quickly now. This is the girls' 100-meter backstroke event. And again, Beckles in 2. But it's in the middle of the pool where you're going to find in lane 4, Kiana Mullins of Mona doing her bit. And also in lane 2, Beckles of Cave Hill right there. And turning first again, Mullins. So swimming nicely there in lane number 4, Kiana Mullins doing very well. Just falling back slightly, there's Beckles. And Caitlin Odin is also there, but all way over on the far side, swimming out there in lane 7 is Heidi Waite of Cave Hill, who is also making some progress. And that's the second leg. So here they come into to touch the wall. First, who is it? And as expected, swimming out of lane 5, Beckles comes in second place. Of Heidi Waite is in third place. But Kiana Mullins, the undisputed winner of that one. Now the boys 100 meters. Aquan Critchlow of Cave Hill in 2. Nathan Williamson of St. Augustine in 3. Lucius Harrison of Mona in 4. Sean Edwards also of Mona in 5. And Nathaniel Claxton of St. Augustine in 6. So Lucius Harrison with a 105, clearly the one to beat in this event. He swims out of lane 4. Of course, in lane 2 we have Critchlow from Cave Hill, Williamson in 3 from St. Augustine, Harrison in 4 from Mona, Edwards in 5 also from Mona, and Claxton from St. Augustine in 6. So the understarters orders here now. Heading into the backstroke event, 100 meters, 2 lengths of the pool. So it's up and back. Critchlow in 2, Williamson 3, Harrison 4, Edwards 5, and Claxton 6. Here we go. In this one, keep an eye on lane 4 where Lucius Harrison is the man to beat. But getting out to a fast start is Aquan Critchlow in lane 2. But as expected in lane 4, Lucius Harrison is now starting to do his work. And he has eased into the lead here quite comfortably. leading nicely. Lucius Harrison ahead of, looks like, Critchlow in lane 2. And in lane 3, we have Williamson. So those three have separated themselves quite nicely. And they will dispute the top 3 positions so far. And it is Lucius Harrison from Mona in 4. Critchlow, Aquan Critchlow from Cave Hill doing well in 2nd position right now, swimming out of lane 2. And Nathan Williamson from St. Augustine swimming out of lane 3, filling 3rd place. So those are your top 3, and no doubt Lucius Harrison is going to win this. He won it already. Coming in 2nd place is Critchlow swimming out of lane 2, and Nathan Williamson in lane 3. Those are the top 3. Now in lane 6, it looks like Claxton is going to get 4th place, just ahead of, yes he does, just ahead of Edwards. So there it is, Harrison 1:10.07. So those are the top times there, 1:15.46 and 1:21.10. So those are your top 3, 1:10.07 to Lucius Harrison, 1:12.10. 1:15.46 and 1:21.10 for Williamson. 1:32.85 to Claxton, and Edwards 1:33.16. So now we're going to have a lunch break, and then we're going to be coming back with the remaining events. Again, there's only 24 of them today, and we already completed event number 16. So when we come back with the girls 50-meter breaststroke.